So you're moving here to the Dayton area and you're wondering if West Carrollton might be the place that you want to move to. And you're probably curious what the cost of living is here. Well, my team and I came up with the pertinent information you need to know about the cost of living here in West Carrollton. And you'll want to stick around to the end because we actually compared all that into the national average so you can take a good look if this is going to be the affordable place that you'll choose to live. So stay tuned. What's up, everybody? This is Tim Whittemore with the Whittemore Group right here in Dayton, Ohio. If this is your first time to our channel, we do tons and tons of videos about everything you need to know about this area. As a 14-year military veteran and now a military spouse, I noticed every single place that I went, there was never enough information that I needed to know about each place. So I decided to come up with this channel in order to give you the information and education that you need so that you can make the best decision. So make sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button, click that little bell so that you're notified every single time we got a new video coming out. Honestly, we get tons of phone calls, emails, and texts that people that need help moving to this area, and we absolutely love it. So if you are considering moving to our area, again, you can call, text, email, send us a little paper airplane, whatever you need to do. We got your back when moving here to our area. So let's talk about cost of living here in West Carrollton. So first things first, why would somebody want to live here? Well, there's a great sense of community here in West Carrollton. Everything is very neat, very clean. You'll see them walking around the communities and the many parks and different places to go. There's lots of sidewalks for people to go walk their dogs or just have a leisurely stroll. It's really, really nice. There's plenty of hills too, so if you like a little bit of workout, they'll definitely help you out. There's a nice park that's here too that actually has a community swimming pool. This was made in 2020, so COVID kind of didn't allow that to open, but it is there, and I'm sure it will be opening pretty soon. Another reason to move to this area is the proximity to things. You're going to have proximity to the Dayton Mall, which is only 5 to 10 minutes away. Same to Miamisburg if you want to spend a day down there, which again is only 5 to 10 minutes. You have running, biking trails that are just right down the street, depending on where you live. Could just be within walking distance. You're about 15 minutes from downtown, and if you live or work out at the Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, it's about 25 minutes for a drive depending on how you go. And of course, one of the other reasons people move here is the housing affordability. So let's jump into that. This is a real estate channel, so let's talk about housing. For your housing, you're going to be looking at purchasing a house anywhere between $100,000 all the way up to $300,000 depending on what you're looking for. The actual average here over the past 6 months, it's been around $125,000. Now, nationally, the cost of housing is about $184,000. And if you're looking to rent, there are rental buildings and things in this nature, and your average is going to be around $822. Your national average is actually $994. And just a little bit of cool information, the average in Ohio is about $150,000. Yeah, so it was actually pretty good here. Now, the type of homes that you're going to see here are just a little bit smaller, kind of smaller lots. You're looking at medium to large size houses, and that's anywhere like between 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath, which you're going to see typically all the way up to 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 2.5, those sort of things. Most of the homes that were built here were built in the 70s, but you can see new construction in different areas as you drive around as well. So let's talk about the cost of living index here. Now, all different towns throughout the United States are off on an index based on the national average. Now, national average will be 100 out of 100, right? So what we're going to do is figure out in each place where that falls on the index. And then, of course, we're going to give you some examples of what you can anticipate for the costs that we have right now. So let's get into that. First things first is food, groceries. So out of the index of 100, it's a 95.6, which is 4.4% lower than the national average. So it's a little bit cheaper to eat there. Let's talk about things like ground beef. So ground beef currently nationally is about $3.90 per pound. here in West Carrollton, it's $3.70 per pound. Let's talk about utilities. Now, utilities across the national average here in West Carrollton is now 104.3, which is 4.3% above the national average. Let's talk about electric, for example. Per month for electric, you're looking at about $167.60. Here in West Carrollton, your average is going to be around $144.86 per month. Now that's going to vary depending on if you have heating and cooling in your house or if you just have heating. Of course, that's going to vary and depending on the type of house and insulation as well, but that's just a good example for you. Let's talk about transportation. Transportation could be gas, it could be public transportation, it could be maintenance. All right, so what our index is looking like in West Carrollton is 81.2 on that index, which means it's 18.8% below the national average. It's more affordable. Let's give an example like gas. Gas that you're going to be paying per gallon nationally right now is $2.27. Now, here in West Carrollton, it's about $1.99. Now, we are in COVID, so the gas prices have been fluctuating a little bit more than what you would typically see, but that just kind of gives you an example. So let's talk about healthcare. Healthcare on the national average is going to be about 84.9% here in West Carrollton, which is 15.1% below the national average. How awesome is that? Let's talk about the doctor's visits. Well, nationally, the doctor's visits are going to cost you about $127.25 nationally. Now, here in West Carrollton, your average is going to be about $115.25. So definitely healthcare being here is way more affordable. Let's talk about the miscellaneous category. Now, miscellaneous could be whatever you want it to be, but in this context, it's actually, we're talking about entertainment, services, things of that nature. So on the national average or the index of 100, we're looking at 103.8, which is 3.8% higher than the national average. Let's talk about movies, for example. So average going out to the movies nationally is going to be $10.72, while here in the West Carrollton area, you're going to be looking at about $14.83 per ticket. Now that also depends if you've got a discount of some sort, being military, senior, or whatever. All right, so the thing you've been waiting for, overall, what is it compared to the national average about here in West Carrollton? Well, overall, across the index, we're looking at a 78.7 or 21.3% below the national average. Again, as I stated before, it's super affordable to be here, and the community is absolutely great. So that's all that we have for you for the cost of living here. If you have any comments or anything else or questions that you have about this area, please leave them in the comments below. If you do need help in finding a house in West Carrollton or any of the surrounding Dayton areas, make sure to go ahead and give us a call, text, email. We'd love to help you out and answer any questions that we possibly do to make your move a little bit smoother. Again, I'm Tim Whittemore with the Whittemore Group here at eXp Realty, and we can't wait to see you at the next video. Take care.